Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a fairly long time since I have posted anything. I know my last video said I would be updating my craft room tour very shortly, and I will be doing that this weekend, hopefully filming it so it should be up early next week. But I started making my Christmas cards the other day, and I don't know if this has been done before. It probably has, everything's been done. But I came up with a way to do my Christmas cards this year that will be a little bit more interactive, but at the same time it will be quicker for me and basically the lazy way to sign Christmas cards. I really like the idea. So this is what I'm making. I made this warm wishes card, and when you pull on the side it opens up and they color their own Christmas card. So this is what I'm making today, and I'll show you how to do. It's very, very, very easy to do. So to start off, you only need a few supplies. The first thing you need is a stamp pad, ink pad. Any hybrid or dye ink would be best. Not pigment ink, of course, just because depending on what they're coloring with. I know I'm providing crayons in mine, but if they choose to color with something else, for example, I don't want the ink to smear. So I'm using the My Favorite Things hybrid ink pad, just in black. I need my scoreboard and some cardstock, plain white cardstock. So the first thing I did was take a note cards of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and all I did was stamp a picture on them. So on this one here, I have Santa, and it says Merry and Bright, and there's a little reindeer. I made the Warm Wishes one that you see at the beginning. I made the 'Tis the Season to be Freezing. A few more of the 'Tis the Season to be Freezing of different varieties, and also some of these adorable little reindeer, which I think will be kind of hard to color with the crayon, but they're still gorgeous. So I figured instead of myself spending hours and hours and hours coloring them all, I would make this card to be the lazy crafter, we'll call it. So the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, I stamped all my designs. I did this ahead of time. So the first thing you're going to do is stamp out your design. And I think on this one, I'm going to make the 'Tis the Season to be Freezing. So now for the card base itself, I took a sheet of 8 1/2 by 11 paper, and I cut it on the length side, or sorry, I cut it on the short side to be 5 1/2 inches tall, and it's still 11 inches wide. And this is where we're going to score on this paper. We're going to score the first one at 1 3/4. The second one is at 2 1/8, which is right here. And this is because this is the size of the box of crayons that I have. And I'll put a link in the description for where I got my crayons. I got them on Amazon, packs of 4 for $2, so it comes up to 50 cents a pack. Each pack has 8 crayons. You can divide them up if you'd like, maybe tie a little bow on them inside instead and just put 4. I ordered 40 packs of sending out for 40 cards, so that's why this gap is the exact width, a little bit more than my pack of crayons. So the next score line is going to be at 6 3/8. And the next one will be at 6 3/4. So now we are done with our scoreboard. I'll just move this out of the way. I'm going to take them and fold on each line. Just run them over with my bone folder. So now this makes this little mini box. You can see the gap right through. And now where mine, I want to be able to take it and close this between the 2 layers to have it sealed. I am not gluing all of the way with my note card onto the card base. This little excess piece of flap is about 1 1/4 inches. So all I do first is take it from here and I see, okay, I'm going to glue it right about there. I eyeball everything. So now I'm going to open it up, put my adhesive onto here. And then my note card, line it up. There we go. Now, you can either put the crayons on this side or this side, but I'm choosing to put them in the middle. I will trim this little bit of excess off in a minute. So I'm going to stamp my interior sentiment on this side, and I'm just going to use this stamp here. It says, "It's the most wonderful time of the year." And it is just from the dollar store. It is a cheap little stamp that I love, so I've been holding on to it for a very long time. And take that, and I'm just going to once again eyeball it onto here. And that's it for that. So the next thing we're going to do is take our little pack of crayons. This is a pack of 8 like I showed. I just want to show you the colors in it. They're actually quite nice. So there's all of these colors. Nice red and yellow and blue and green and purple and brown and black and pink. The usual colors. Much more variety than the typical ones that you find, which is why I purchased them online. And I'm just going to take the back of this with my glue runner and put a little bit of glue on there. Don't need to be too much. And I'm going to, once again, eyeball it right into the middle. Right there. Close this over, fold it in, and I'm done. So that was a simple card. You see, I think it only took, what, 7.5 minutes for me to explain this, and I've been rambling. And it only took me a few minutes to do each of these note cards on the front side. So I've got a stack of these. I'm going to be making into the cards with the crayons and sending them out this year. I think it's a great idea. I know, like I said, it's my lazy way to do it, but everybody likes to color, so it seems to be a trend, and I think that everybody should get a kick out of this year. I know when I told the idea to my mom, she's quite excited to get her card already. So this is the card, and it's done. So I hope you enjoyed. I don't know if it was helpful or not, but if it was, let me know, and have yourselves a great day.